How's it going, traders? It's post market. Today is October 27th, 2009, around 3 o'clock. Markets went ahead and sold off. I did get kind of optimistic after the sell off we had this morning. The Dow Jones closed, down 0.16%, S&P 0.31%, NASDAQ down pretty big today on the back of Baidu, and the dollar up sharply, along with the VIX going up 2%. Go ahead and get right into it. This is that trend line that I was looking at earlier on the hourly. We came and we closed right here. This is when I bought back into it and we popped up. We came back down to it. I thought we might, but this is the lowest that I think we will be for the short term. We put in like what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bottoms or so at this level. It is anything is possible. We can break through, but being that the MACD is about to curve back up into the morning, I do expect us to go ahead and start rallying Wednesday and getting into the better side of trading for any longs out there, anybody that has a long position out. Shorts and bears, they made most of the money today starting up here on midday Monday. If they shorted the market, then they probably did all right in that trade. Looking intraday, you can see that we also do have going into the head and shoulders pattern back here. It broke down and it went into a triple bottom, but all around it's still a bullish play. Looking at the dollar, we had a couple billion in treasury auctions today, and that happened around somewhere up in here. I think that was around a little afternoon, so that must be the sell off in the dollar right here. And we rallied back up, but we didn't go past our highs from earlier today on the divergent MACD. So that means that the dollar may be declining soon, and that would allow the equities to go ahead and start back rallying. That also corresponds with this $76 mark back here. If we could hold that down and keep it below, it would be bearish, bullish for the markets. The same reason I said earlier as far as this one. That also has a lot of support, resistance support, being broken. I think I covered that line earlier before on one of the other videos. Sorry about that. But anyway, looking intraday, we should be making a decline on the dollar. The VIX, closer look at it, zooming out. Yeah, it looks a bit top heavy here. I would hate to see that MACD go ahead and bring in some more momentum, but this right here is a while back ago. That looks like a head and shoulders. That should be some pretty sturdy resistance right here. I would like to see us go ahead and start declining off of that. Looking at the daily on it, this $28 mark right here that I talked about in a couple videos back, that still is my all-time, that's where we could go there, but I'd rather not see it. But the MACD is confirming a move that the VIX may go higher. If that is so, tomorrow would be a downside day, and you would look for the dollar to go ahead and rally some more. That may get us into this 77 range back here where this last double top was formed. And all you can do is just trade what you see when you see it. So I'm just looking, going over the setups that I see that I'd like to trade for tomorrow. Amazon did pretty well. Even though the markets were selling off, Amazon, it stayed up here by its highs. This is a $50 gap going from $90 all the way to $125, and what it sold off from $125 to like right at $120. It gave up $5. I think it's worth $5 to make sure I make the next $50 jump in it. So I held my long positions in Amazon, and I plan on continuing to do it unless I see further weakness, but it doesn't look weak. It actually looks like it could go ahead and rally probably tomorrow. I see Amazon being back over the 125 mark by Friday. I would like to get another decent pop, maybe not as big as this one, but you know, maybe if we could get to 135, 140 by Friday, that would be a nice, you know, I'm long the stock, looking for a setup like that. Oh yeah, and I forgot Google. That is the other position I'm holding. I'm not as impressed with Google as I am with everything else, but I'll go ahead and cover it anyway. Looking at Google, we did close above, I don't know if you could tell, but that last trend line, it is above this trend line, that last close. So that in and of itself is pretty bullish, but I'd like to go ahead and, you know, we made higher lows. So, you know, that also is bullish if you consider, you know, that we're not making any lower lows. That would give us an ascending triangle formation. And if we could get a breakout to the upside, that would be bullish. I don't know. What I'll do is I'll just, you know, like I say, trade it like I see it. But I do see that this line right here, we're not able, you know, every time we sell below it, we always come back up above it. So I would be looking to ride this line in at least as a pretty, you know, decent downside going into this ascending triangle. I would like to see a pop coming out of it tomorrow. Looking at the hourly. If we could just get above the 560 mark, right now we're around 548, so about another $12 on Google, which isn't, you know, that's one day's action. Google makes moves like that in one day. So, you know, with the MACD looking like this, I think Google is in a nice position to rally, especially on the back of Baidu with its bad earnings call forecast for the fourth quarter. That could give that extra oomph for Google as far as the revenue that Baidu's gonna miss out and Google should capitalize on since they're in the same market. Well, that's what I see for the markets. Maybe I'll make a video early in the morning again for the before the open, but trade well, trade smart, trade on, ODK.